Dan, what a big win for you guys last Thursday night here, and it literally went down to the wire. And I know that you remarked after the game that y'all lost y'all's share of these, and it felt mighty good to win it, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you get in this long enough, and especially since being at Blythewood, we seem to always have these real interesting games that go down to the wire. And I think that's just in part that we play a lot of good programs, and we're just part of really good football. And we figured this year with 5A that we're going to see some of those type games. I didn't think it would be like that though. It was a pretty special game. It was great for our players. They faced adversity there down the stretch, and it just worked out our way.
So many storylines outside of the ending, and I was kind of looking over it and I said, you know what, these are the big play Bengals this past Thursday, because you scored 5 touchdowns and they were from 64, 80, 61, 62, and 100 yards. And that's a pretty amazing stat right there. And the guy that was right in the middle of 3 of them, all 3 offensive touchdowns, was senior wide receiver Kenny Benton, who's been doing it for years for you, but he probably had his finest hour as a Bengal.
He's had some really great games for us, but that was one of those special ones where you really felt like he was trying to take over the game, and he really did. The 3 big plays were phenomenal. Some of them he was hit at the line of scrimmage and he just broke free. I mean, he just did not stop his feet, kept his balance. One, he puts his hand down on the ground and still goes down the sideline for another 60 yards. The kid's a workhorse. He loves football so much, and he's also the captain of our offense, and he represents us really well.
He had, just for those that may not be aware of this, the 2 touchdown passes were 64 and 80, but he also had a 61-yarder that was technically a run, but that was, you were telling me, it was a swing pass that really could have been graded either way, right? Yeah,
it was a swing pass. We probably had him a half foot behind the throw from Jordan. He just accelerates so quick. He's blessed with a lot of ability. I wish all the recruiters would see him a little bit more, and he deserves an offer. He's one heck of a football player.
And then your defense scores twice. You had Jaden Brunson with a pick 6 from 62 yards, and of course there was the last play where Saquon picked up the fumble and ran it back the length of the field.
I felt bad. Our offense, out of those 3 scoring drives that our offense had, the longest one was 36 seconds. So we put our offense in a bind a little bit all night long. So they had to play 73 snaps over on defense against a pretty physical Lexington football team. And to have as much energy down the stretch, to have that goal line stand, that part was phenomenal. And Jaden Brunson, he all night kept saying, I'm going to get me one of those, I'm going to get me one of those. And as soon as it happened, nobody on our sideline was shocked. I mean, we figured he was going to jump it sooner or later, and he did. And he got it, and it just worked out well for us.
All right, I want to ask you, right after the game, you said, even though obviously it was a fantastic win for you, but you said one thing that's really special is we played awful and still got the victory. After watching game film, do you still maintain that by and large the Bengals won despite playing kind of awful?
Well, I don't know. That's a tough one. We were a little sluggish, and so it doesn't always show up on the game film how sluggish we look. We had little things. Our defense usually runs the football real well from the first play to the last play. When we came out, we didn't have everybody running to the football. Offensively, we might have had individual performers, but we didn't have that 11 performers. All 11 guys. And so in terms of team, I don't think we had that great of a game. In terms of individual performances, I think we had enough guys step up and make plays when we needed to, and that's pretty much what got the W for us.
Yeah, you get 5 big plays that are that big, you're probably going to be all right. All right, White Knoll on Friday, a team that's capable, as we know, of beating anyone, very well coached. Talk about the challenge of going over there.
Well, number one, we've never had to go over there before. So this is the first time between the 2 schools. We played before in 2 jamborees, but nothing on this scale. And this is a pretty huge ball game for both of us. We need a W. They need a W. It's going to be a great ball game. They're big. They're strong. They're physical. I feel like we're out of place in this region. We're not as physical as those guys, but we're a little bit quicker, hopefully. Hopefully our speed will keep us ahead in the ball game, but I tell you what, it's going to be a slobber knocker when it comes for our defense.
This is a game that will, and we're kind of going ahead and seeding that first place finish to Dutch Fork if things remain the way they are. And if it does happen that way, this is a game that you guys have to stay in that race for the #2 seed in the region. And it's a game that they absolutely can't lose to have any chance of that #2 spot. So really and truly, this is a big game for both teams.
Oh yeah, you know, a chance to play home in the first round of playoffs is huge. So we're all wanting that #2 seed. You know, if Dutch Fork trips up, Dutch Fork trips up. But, you know, you can't count on it. We don't control any of that. So all we can control is these next 2 weeks for us. You know, a lot of teams have 3 games left. All we got is these 2 games. We got White Knoll and Spring Valley. And both of them are fantastic ball clubs that can easily take it to us any given night. And there are also games that we could possibly go out there and win. So it's going to be 2 awesome weeks for us. And then we've got hopefully 2 weeks off that's going to prepare us for the playoffs, and we can go and have a deep run.
Well, man, congratulations again on a super win for you guys this past Thursday. And just real quick, practice going well so far this week? I know we're early in the week, but yeah, everything going well?
Yeah, we got a little chippy yesterday, so hopefully today we'll be a little bit more focused and have that kind of practice necessary to have a great game on Friday.
All right, Coach. Good luck on Friday. Thank you, man.
Thanks so much, Rich. Appreciate it.